Hello and a very warm welcome to yet another edition of The Real Talk. How are you doing? We're so happy to have you here. We are live on RTV and on our official RTV YouTube channel. Please do share that link so that we have as many people as possible watching the program. My name is Jackie Lumbasi. Pleasure to bring you today's guest. There's a young lady who went online. Between her and poverty, she had only 300 francs and she posted that video that has caused such a storm. Today on The Real Talk, I have a guest who will help us discuss the reaction from the public after that, what that says about the society, and what it says about the young people as well. So we'll be looking at where we are today as we look at the future. Let's meet our guest. Pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for joining us on The Real Talk. My guest is Dr. Joseph Ryarasa. It is a pleasure to see you after a long while.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure to be invited by you.
Thank you. Thank you for honoring our invitation. How have you been?
I've been terrific.
Okay.
And we started the new year in high vibes.
Yes. You were such high spirits during the festive season.
Yeah, it was.
I saw you on a moto moving around the city.
Yeah, I was on Spiro. So I enjoyed. Yes, I enjoyed the comfort.
I love that. And how has the year started?
No, I think for the last, I would say that the end of 2025 and the start of 2026, I think I would say that I've been in this country for the last 30 years.
Yes.
So I would say that it was the best.
It was the best.
The vibes were high.
Yes. City of Kigali went all out. They gave us 10 special days.
Yeah. So I would say that I hope that the end will also be at the end of 2026.
Yeah.
Will
even be much better.
More, because I think the city of Kigali has set a standard.
No doubt.
And the good thing with government institutions is that they aim higher. When they do something, they want to do it well.
That's right.
So
and then they challenge each other. So people have seen what City of Kigali has done, the rest will want to do the same.
Even the secondary cities also had some few functions, etc.
Yeah. So
and that's how government institutions bring about behavior change. If any government institution does something well, others and even the society is going to copy.
That trickles down.
And then we end up having good systems or having great hospitality environment based on how the Kigali city.
Yeah, fantastic. Dr. Joseph, you're an outspoken being.
No. If you say
social commentator.
If you say outspoken, some people might think that.
No, outspoken not in a bad way.
You're
just somebody who speaks your mind.
But it's
become such a sensitive word to use.
It has costed me a lot.
I should withdraw.
Not withdrawing.
You're a good man who speaks his mind. And, we know you for the passion for reading, but you've also now taken on writing. You are writing a lot. I must confess, I look forward to your articles on your social media platforms. Sometimes they're quite lengthy, but I read them. And that seems to be something that has happened in the recent past. What's the inspiration behind it?
Yeah, no, as of course you've said, I'll be very honest. I picked some lessons in 2024 when we were discussing on the NGO law. And also 2025, when we've been engaging various ministries, sharing our research, requesting for research permits, etc. And it wasn't a soft landing. There is this perception that civil society, we are donor-driven, we are pushing for the Western agenda. And you find that some decision makers have that perception.
Yeah.
And you find that maybe they don't give you the access,
Yes.
the
A little bit
audience.
of bias.
Bias. And so, and you know, we have some few vices in our society where people say that, Uriya. So then through reading, so I ended up coming to a conclusion that you can write. So whoever wants will read it, and those who find it essential, they'll pick
They'll pick a message.
A message. So without running after anybody. And two, if we've tried, there are some studies we've tried to conduct, and we are denied permission. So I say that without the research visa, I have working eyes. I can observe. The good thing with our government is that every policy is on the website of each and every ministry. So I observe what is happening, and I go to the policy.
To the policy.
So
What does the policy say?
What does the policy say?
What is happening?
What is happening, and I write. So no one will...
Very factual.
Yeah, so no one will say that you went to this district without a permission. You went, no. This is what the policy says, and this is what people are saying. This is what, when I was in a party, I had, and people commented this. So I go and read the policy.
Yeah.
So I'm now living a comfortable life. So
and using your platforms very well.
Yeah. So,
because you also generate some discussions. A lot of
Yeah.
times whenever you've put out your article, I go back and see the comments. You get to get people's thoughts.
Yeah, but also writing was a passion. I would say that my late dad was an author. Yeah. So we grew up reading. He would buy us books when we were in primary, read them, and we summarize what we read over the weekend. So during the liberation struggle, the RPF, my parents were active cadres. So they used to have RPF meetings every weekend. So I was assigned when the liberation struggle started when I was, I think, in primary 6. So I was assigned to be buying newspapers. I would buy the Monitor, the New Vision, the Uganda Confidential, and a certain newspaper that was called, is it Sharia, that would come up once a month. So buy them so that when there is the party meeting, they would, and also my dad had requested me to be making a summary of, and make sure that
So you buy the newspapers, and read them and summarize.
Summarize where the
liberation struggle was mentioned.
Where it has reached. So I did that from 1990 up to 1994. I even came back with all the piles. We thought that one day we would write a book about the struggle. You see those young memories. Yes. Yeah, so
you still have a chance to do that, you know. From a 6-year-old perspective, you still can do that.
Yeah, so that empowered me to become civically active at an early age, but also it gave me the opportunity to read. So imagine reading newspapers for 5 years. Wow. So what that means. So, and also when I went to the university, I would read, because we used to study in French and answer the
in English.
In English. So, and at that time French was a bit hard. So I would either buy English books, or I had befriended the librarians. So I would borrow books and maybe return them after the semester, so I made them my friends so that they can. Books were few, so because my peers would read notes, me I would prefer books. So I befriended the librarians so that they can give me books for a long period of time.
That's empowering. You know, like I envy you, because I also read, but not to that level. And then I look at the current crop of young people. We're spending so much time on the phone, reading less. Does that get you worried?
No, yeah, I get, it gets me worried because even psychologically, if you spend more time on these gadgets, your level of concentration is affected. And also, you are always, you have this anxiety. And that's why some European countries, if I remember very well, countries like Sweden have now gone back, are now trying to go back to hard copies, to books, than the electronic gadgets, the e-books. It is because their experts have shown that the level of the children now, their level of concentration is
affected, and then the anxiety level.
Yes, even though I had a very long discussion with my 11-year daughter, saying that no, that's not the case. So of course she's young.
It might be happening somewhere in Europe, not here.
Yeah. So so I get worried to say that the type of generation we are going to have. If at times I tease, I have some young staff at work.
Yeah.
So at times I tease them and lend them my books.
Yeah.
And they take.
Do you tell them to go read and summarize for you?
Summarize, and they take 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But the moment I give them a link or a soft copy, just in 3 days, and
times have changed.
Yeah, times have changed.
Times have changed.
Times have changed. So
you know, some of the many articles that you've written in the recent past, you've talked about service delivery, you've talked about therapy, the need for therapy sessions, mental health, which is something that you do, even in your organization, it's something that you pay attention to. But I want us to come to something that has happened in the recent past. The last few days, there's a young girl who went on social media and she expressed herself. This video could have been misunderstood or taken out of context. But what I like about that is that it has made us talk.
Yeah.
There's a time you are told by someone that Rwandans don't talk.
Yeah.
Sometimes they even ask you, are you writing that from Kigali? From Where are you as you write that? Yes, and you're telling them, we do talk, you know. So when you look at that girl's video, then the opinions that have come out from the public, what does that say about safe spaces for self-expression? So
what I can say is that all this, there's culture, there is the political history, and also some structural issues. When I say history and culture, you find that traditionally we grew up being told that no one talks ill about his parents or his family. So, and that's why families had violences, GBV.
Because these things would go on, but you would not talk about them outside.
So you would even find some consanguineous marriages, but people wouldn't, because there's this expectation of having a moral parents, moral family, etc. But
is there a Kenya-Rwanda term for it? There must be a way you can express that in Kinyarwanda.
Indangagaciro,
There you go.
umuco. So then comes the political history that this region has had since independence. The region had monarchies, then we shifted to republics, liberal democracy, without even digesting our traditional way of governance, appreciating the positive aspects
Yeah.
and identifying gaps and documenting them so that the future generation can learn from the gaps that our great ancestors went through. So we never had that opportunity. So people jumped to liberal democracies, and which also had its own challenges. So before the society grasped their own tradition, now
we were taking them to a completely different yeah,
and yet,
set of practices.
And yet those who brought liberal democracies had spent more than 250 years. They had fought, they had abused each other, and they had reached a point, the Westphalia Agreement, that please, let's leave the differences behind and we forge the future together. So Africa has never had that opportunity, even the EAC now. Yeah. So that affected. And the post-independence governments also started fighting their own peers who they were together, fighting the colonial, because their peers who never had an opportunity to go into the post-independence governments remained as pressure groups. They started doing the same things to their peers who are in the government. So
the enemy changed.
The enemy changed.
Yes,
so the
I
enemy
know they had a
wasn't
common enemy. Now the two of them have fallen out.
So, and that's how governance has evolved. But now come post-90 or this new century from 2000. The dynamics have changed, the trends have changed, the economic status has changed. Now we have kids.
Even the education.
The education has changed.
Yeah.
Now we have universal primary education, we have universal secondary education, now we have private universities are more than government universities. So that means that more people are going to the universities. Now, to make matters worse, we have internet.
Oh, yeah.
Governments can say this, but internet will be having this.
Truth told.
And we haven't built a critical mass that is civically empowered. Because being civically empowered is to understand your civic responsibilities, understand the governance of your country, appreciate the governance system, and know why your country is governed in that manner. So that if you read what is on the internet, if you read the theories of governance, you say, so these ones are reasoning this way because of this. For us, this is happening because we had one of the greatest challenge of history, where we had the genocide against the Tutsi, a genocide of proximity. A wife killed her own children because they resemble a Tutsi husband. A husband killed her own wife and her own children because they resemble the Tutsi in-laws. So managing that society is a bit very complex. And we need to appreciate what this government has done to make sure that social cohesion is at it's at beyond 90, where victims and perpetrators are living side by side. So if you compare, if you use the lenses of liberal democracy, comparing the Rwandan governance model, so you would completely fail because you don't understand the context. But then, if we have that civic,
civic awareness,
the civic awareness of what theories say, and then have the civic awareness of our own context, then we are going to have a common understanding. So whereby I can wake up and defend why things are done this way in this country. But because after the genocide, some academia, some international media, and because there was a Cold War, to me, that's my analysis. I might be wrong, but I have my right to have my own analysis. There was a Cold War because these Western, because global politics is championed, is led by the Anglo and the French. And now the Arab is also coming in. The Chinese are
also
coming in. So
trying to displace the others. Then there is us.
There is us. Us who have not yet.
We have no identity. We don't know
we have no idea. We are still waiting for the second coming of Jesus. So Western powers were the Anglo saw the collapse of the French influence, and the Anglo were gaining another partner. So the French were not happy, and that's why you would see lots of negative documentation on the post-genocide government. So the criticism was very high, the undermining the government. So, and that created some, I think, the government had to defend itself all the time. They had to prove, and to me, which I say, on another side, it made the post-genocide government work beyond self.
Because it had to prove itself.
It had to prove itself. Yeah. And
then we're seeing the results.
Results, and everybody, some 2 weeks back, I saw some American who visited Rwanda, who was on CNN, comparing Kigali to Washington, D.C. It's the cleanest city, etc. But in 1994, it was almost a collapsed state.
Yes.
So
a lot of work has gone
a lot of work and
changing that.
Yeah, so when you would be here, civil society during that time, and then you criticize, but also the government after the Rugwiro talks of 1998, the government had to come up with homegrown initiatives, Gacaca, the transitional justice, the Umuganda, the Ingando, which is now Itorero, which transformed into Itorero, and the Western experts criticized everything. Said,
because it was not their thing.
Yeah, and
they didn't understand why.
They said these initiatives have not been tested. They haven't been consultative. They haven't been participatory. But how do you get a traumatized person and ask him if he wants to stay or to live alongside someone who killed his or her own family? It was a better pill which had to be taken. and now it has yielded results.
But also the many people that are talking about it. And he says dismissiveness is not mentorship. There's a tendency to believe that because the previous generation survived immense trauma and scarcity, the current generation must suffer in the exact same way to prove their worth. If we expect the youth to be broken in by hardship rather built up by opportunity, we fail our roles as parents and elders. And we must ask ourselves, is the entitlement we see a result of poor parenting or a disconnected education system? Yeah. What do you say? Yeah, so
no, I would say that maybe I need to connect that to the history.
To the history, no doubt.
Yeah, so within that context, people, we grew up, because I returned to this country when I was 17. So we grew up not challenging anything, not criticizing.
Don't question authority.
Yeah. So and that perspective or common thinking contributed to see things work without destroying anything, like the way the Tower of Babel was disorganized because they couldn't speak the same language.
They speaking different languages.
So for the last 30 years, we've been speaking the same language.
Yes.
And
that is why we've achieved what we have achieved.
But each generation has its own challenges, and also each generation might think that the next generation won't sustain what they've done because they either worked so hard, and this generation is being seen as if it is.
They find it easy because we had already paved the way for them.
Yeah. So because I would say that our parents worked very hard. Maybe the beauty with us, we tested some absence of not having a nation. I mean, my generation, those who are 47 today, who came from the diaspora, at least they have two lives.
Yeah.
And even those who survived the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi, they've seen also a life where there is hope, and they lived a life where they didn't see what tomorrow will look like. So that gave us the moral responsibility of working hard. So the generation that was born in 2000, they saw a clean street. They went to Green Hills. They went to Saint-André. They went to La Colombière. Being
electricity
driven,
doesn't go off.
Electricity doesn't go off. So
tarmac roads.
Tarmac roads.
Yes, up to your gate.
Now come Vision 2020, it is a paradise. So you can't tell that person that you guys, you can't keep telling them, you don't know where we came from.
You can't keep telling them that.
You can't keep telling them because that is your trauma. That is your trauma. I've heard today parents complain that our kids, they are spending all the time in the rooms. They don't come talk to us. They don't sit in the sitting room. For us, we had a house with 2 bedrooms. My dad was a teacher, but he had a staff quarters had 3 rooms, a sitting room, a bedroom, and a kitchen.
Yes.
3. So we would sleep in the sitting in the
a mattress, even sometimes without a mattress, you're on a mat.
So what would we be doing in the house?
Yeah.
So we would be out.
Because you have no space.
We have no space. Today, people have houses of 10 rooms, 15, 6.
You find every child has their bedroom. So indeed, if there's a conflict between siblings or with the parents, somebody finds peace in their safe haven.
So you find people say, no, you see, for us, we used to sit on the table.
We used to eat together.
No.
Yeah.
People have microwaves, fridges.
Yes.
They
guys are socializing with friends. They come home when everyone else is asleep.
So we need to understand that there's that generation, there's this generation, which has grown when the country is at peace. The RDF has been spending sleepless nights, and these young people are enjoying the fruits of the hard work done by the leadership and the RDF. So you can't take them
away from it.
Yeah, from it.
Okay, how
so
do we
now
deal?
the internet comes in.
Yeah.
That has provided freedom of expression. And also we shouldn't forget that now we are in a capitalistic globally.
Globally, yeah.
Yeah, it's capitalistic.
No doubt.
With capitalism, you have to expect inequalities. Those who have more, those who have less, and those who don't have.
Yeah.
Previously, all people were the same. We went to the same schools. We are eating beans and posho.
Yep. All walking to church.
To church.
Now we are driving.
Now
others
we are
driving a V8.
A V8. People are going to Catholic church, either Protestant or a mosque.
Right now they have different born-again churches.
Born-again churches, etc.
Yeah.
So because of the so-called enlightenment.
Yes.
So the responsibility of the decision makers, it's to monitor. There's having the forecast of what, given what is happening now, or what was happening that time, and also doing a forecast of what type of generation that we are going to have. Two, and ensuring that the institutions we have in place are monitoring those inequalities.
Okay.
What are the bottlenecks? What's bringing these challenges? So that, of course, there is no society without challenges, but the only way to address those challenges is to make sure that we have, within institutions, we have units or departments that monitor those trends and put in place mechanisms and facilities. Like now, when you move around, we are having all these beautiful houses, nice roads, but no playgrounds, no recreational spaces. Yeah. So we might end up getting kids who are obese because
no space to go.
No spaces.
Go play.
So who is charged to monitor that? Those are the trends that decision makers should be monitoring, and then making sure that the items or systems are put in place to make sure that those societal challenges don't create frustration, don't lead to depression. Because when you look at this young lady, when I saw the clip, because I'm social media enthusiast, so what came to my mind first is why. Because from the message, she has an iPhone. An iPhone today is between 300, depending on which iPhone
it is.
It is
300 to 1.8.
Yeah. So that means that she has been having a source of income that helped her to gain that iPhone. Due to some reasons, now she can't find it. Maybe the source has disappeared, or she couldn't maintain the job. So,
did you also think for a moment, because sometimes when we are in a public space like that, we share not our lived experiences, but maybe stories from our circles. Maybe she has that iPhone. Indeed, maybe as an individual, she has more than the 300 francs, but she has encountered friends that don't have anything at all. Did you think about that as well? That maybe she was not speaking for herself, but she was using her,
yes.
setting herself up,
Yes.
but to speak for her peers.
For her peers, it is
Yes.
totally true. Because even I've encountered people, because when I write, some of my writings have my personal stories. And people have told me, no, Joseph, no, it's bad. You shouldn't be talking about yourself. I said, no.
Yeah.
Pastors talk about themselves, and they have no problem with it. Why do you want me, who is talking about societal issues, not to talk about myself? I'm not praising myself, but I'm sharing lived examples.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she might, one, have been talking about her own challenges, or sharing what her peers shared with her. Because we are saying, we Rwandan youth. She was generalizing.
She did.
So which meant, if it was me, I would have to try to find her contacts,
Yes.
and try to find out if what are the issues and who are those friends.
Yeah.
Who are her peers? Who are the youth that she's talking about? Are they the youth in town? Because also,
Village.
because also,
out of school.
Mistake that people do. Youth is not a homogeneous group. We have urban youth, but even in urban, we have those youth in ghettos.
Yep.
We have those in high posh.
Yes, high estates, high rises.
We have youth in the rural areas. So I would also ask, which youth are you talking?
Is she referring to?
Are you referring to? So that I said, so she's referring to the youth who are in either ghettos, or maybe she's referring to the youth who are in secondary cities. So that as someone who is charged with the youth, and I try to call the team together, and then what is going on, because across the country we have 32 youth centers.
32 youth centers.
So if something like that happens, so you look at what is on the ground, maybe there's something we forgot to insert in.
Yeah. So visit the centers.
Visit the centers. So do we have a wellness center at this Yego center or the youth center? Do we have an entrepreneurship hub? Do you have recreational activities, programs that then are these services at the district, or are they? Do we need to have them at the sector level? So something like that helps you to start looking at what is in place. What are we missing? It's good to empower young people to love their country, because when I listen to Americans, they say, I'm an American, and yet we have some Americans who are living on the street. So, but it doesn't tell the fact that he or she will talk about homeless.
As if it's heaven.
Yeah. But I would say that even we ourselves, I would say that there are some people who have been privileged, and that to me, I would say that they seem to. Because of that, when they see some of those voices, they think these people are deadening the image of our country, and yet the country has done so much. Yes, the country has done so much, and that's why we are even seated in this studio.
Yes.
But given each and everybody has lack or maybe opportunities. And there are those, unless you go down and reach them, and maybe you push them from one step to another, they might not live to their full potential.
Yeah.
So if you don't have that at the back of your way of doing things, you must say, no, these are haters,
Yeah.
these are
Anti.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
a Kinyarwanda word. You don't want to say it.
I'm not good
Anti-government. Let's use anti-government.
not patriotic.
No, yes, not patriotic. Okay.
Yeah.
Not patriotic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we need to use a lens of equality, of inclusiveness, and ensuring that there's no one who is left behind.
This guy, Junior, brought in the aspect of empathy.
Empathy,
We
yeah.
also need to be empathetic.
Yeah.
Not just jump to conclusion,
Yeah.
but even if we're trying to educate someone, let us do
Don't
it with
judge.
empathy. Don't judge.
Don't judge.
Let's do it from a good place. Yeah. He gave us a few things to think about, and he said we don't need more shouting, marches on X, and he says we need to renew a social contract, a renewed social contract. The youth need to understand that the government can pave the road, but they cannot drive the car for you.
Yeah.
They can lead you to water, but can't make you drink.
Yeah.
So your 300 francs can be a starting point or a dead end. And then he says, for the elders and parents, replace the back in my day lectures with active mentorship. That's important. And he says, don't just tell the youth to work hard, show them how to work smart in 2026. For educators and policymakers, we must audit the transition from school to the workforce. We need to ensure that the enabling environment is populated by people who have the technical and psychological tools to thrive. For us to fully coexist, for us to see each other and appreciate the differences among us. As you've said, some of us are lucky, others could be unlucky. Some could be privileged, others are not as privileged. The social cohesion, that social contract that this guy refers to, as we look to the future, what do we really, really need to do? Because these tendencies that we are seeing, the cancel culture is just dividing us further.
Yeah. No, it's as if some of us are defending our spaces, our positions, and that contributes towards having that lens or being apathetic, trying to understand what's going on with this young lady, or what's going on with these young people. Now I've been hearing and that youth are drinking. So with those no-go zones, then let's people discuss on issues.
Yes.
Yeah, but everything, you asked him about civil society.
You know, I'd like us to stop there, and then I have you back next week. Dr. Joseph, if you will allow me, please let us come back next week. Because I want to talk about civil society organizations, but I also want us to talk about a few other things that you have pointed out before. Service delivery, mentorship, and mental health. Could you please allow me to close here, and then we come back next week?
No, thanks a lot.
My pleasure.
My only change that it's as if you're going to give me a permanent
seat.
A permanent seat.
I would love that. I would love that. But give us some closing remarks. Don't start on the civil society organization. But if there's anything that you want our viewer to take from this conversation, what would it be?
Yes. No, thanks a lot. It has been a pleasure having this. And also,
I've enjoyed it.
And also, these are the kind of conversations that we need to have, that we need to support, because they yield the information that can help check our policies and also see if the policies are responding to the realities on the ground.
Because these are not cast in stone.
No. Yeah. So
they can be updated.
Yeah, and also let's not always think that if I say something from a different angle of reasoning, I hate my country. No. We have parents here, we have kids here, we have wives here. So why should I hate a country that has raised me to this level?
Yeah.
So I think that would be my
Your parting
takeaway
shot. Thank
message.
you.
Thank you.
You're amazing. Thank you so much. We'll certainly have Dr. Joseph back, no doubt. This is a good conversation. I hope that you have picked something from it. I just want to leave you to it. Just think. And I hope that this will do something to you, how we relate with each other, how we relate with ourselves, and even our thoughts for our families, or us as individuals, and for our country as well. We're looking forward to seeing you next week. God bless you. Thank you for staying with us.